Entering the Ring is the podcast you don't want to miss. Lucha House Show Podcast.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of our favorite and your favorite wrestling podcast, Lucha House Show Podcast. I'm Mars, the voice of violence, as always, joined here at ringside by my colleagues, Rowdy Rod and the armless assassin, Renzo Sin Brazos. For a limited time only, counting down the days till he moves OS to the USA and he becomes a citizen of Missouri, isn't it?
Missouri.
Missouri. All right.
Missouri,
So today we're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff that's been going on in wrestling. There's been a lot of stuff happening, a lot of crossover, a lot of forbidden doors, a lot of people showing up where you don't expect it. We'll kick off as always with AEW. Finally, the All-In card has been announced for the massive Wembley show, main evented by the champion Swerve Strickland against Bryan Danielson in a title versus career match, which is going to undoubtedly be fantastic and awesome if you can beat both those things. AEW related news. Jinder Mahal appears in AAA, but he wasn't the only one. JBL in AAA. That's right, you heard it right. The wrestling god John Bradshaw Layfield making an appearance in Mexico, one of Mexico's big two, AAA. And we'll, as always, we'll talk WWE. We'll talk the return of Giovanni Vinci, all the things that went down with the bloodline, putting Roman Reigns through the announce table, Kevin Owens grabbing the belt before Cody Rhodes, and the Terror Twins once again chased down Dirty Dom and Liv. And this time they caught them and did some stuff. We'll talk about all that and more. So, Rowdy Rod, why don't you flick the switch and get this show on the road?
That's it, man. Let's get this shit on the road. Yeah, we had a lot of happening, but of course we're gonna go straight with AEW. We got All In happening this weekend in England. We got all the rest of this taking pictures in London. Everyone is over there. So we got ready to get this going. So Renzo, why don't you just run us through the card and what's happening, see if we can get some predictions happening to AEW All In London, which will be the last one.
Look, this is subject to change, of course, but the first match that they have listed is going to be an interesting match because the winning team will choose the stipulation of the match between Nightingale at Statlander this week. So there's a stipulation for the match this week, and I think it's going to be one of these brutal kind of matches that they're going to go for. So it's going to be Chris Statlander versus Willow Nightingale, which I'm looking forward to, especially the stipulation. So that one's going to be interesting. If it's whoever bleeds first or Texas Bullwhip or whatever it is, it's going to be pretty violent. These two chicks can go. So that is the first match there. I'm tipping Willow for that one.
Tipping Willow for this one.
Yeah.
I'll give it to Chris Statlander. But a big question first. Are they going to do the same stupid thing when All Out is extra away the next weekend?
Are they going to do a what?
All Out. They do
All Out. Is All Out coming
weekend.
straight away the following weekend? Like it did last time?
I don't. That's a good question.
Because
They
man.
haven't advertised it, have they?
I don't think. No, they haven't advertised anything.
Because this
I haven't
says,
seen anything.
but that's what I'm saying. Because this says it'll stipulation for the match between Nightingale, and Statlander at All Out. So that's a long way to go if it's happening now. So if it's not happening now, like you put in the stipulations out now for All Out happening later, September the
Actually,
7th.
You're right. September the 7th, so it's the week after.
So the week after, bro. Again, why? It didn't work the first time. What are you doing it the next time, bro? What the fuck?
Yeah.
And this one is funny because you already got two matches happening here. There's already two matches already stipulated here, which some of them, let's have a look at it. How should be there? So you got that.
Well, I'm not going to say anything
Okay.
because then I'll get labeled an AW hater, WWF mark, WWE mark. I'm not going to say by who. Hello, Renzo, I'm looking at you, but I'm not going to say by who. So I'm going to stay out of this one. But I'm tipping Nightingale for whenever the hell they want to have that match.
No, but get in, man. That's the whole point of this. That's the whole point. If you know what we
Look,
do
if
this
they're
shit
doing
for.
2 pay-per-views 1 week after the other, I think that's stupid.
It is.
Yeah,
There's no
That's what
build
they did
up.
last year. That's what they did last
they
year.
did last year.
There's no build up. There's no go home show. There's no nothing. Like this is what happens when you have pay-per-views on weekly TV, and this is what happens when like you have these massive shows that obviously they don't have pay-per-views on weekly TV, but they have Rampages. Some of the matches on Rampage, as we've said before, are pay-per-view quality.
Oh, absolutely.
That then
Absolutely.
diminishes the actual pay-per-views themselves.
Yeah, on
I
top
think
of that,
when
look,
you have one after the other, like that just makes no sense, and it's consistent with the lack of long-term storytelling that exists in AEW.
yeah.
Yeah, that's. I think last year, if you remember, Rod, that after they did All In, All Out wasn't much of a success.
No, it wasn't.
Because
That's what
of
I'm
it.
saying. Why
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
doing it again?
Which is why Rod's asking, like, why would they do it again? And it's a legitimate
I
question.
have no idea.
That's just,
No idea.
it's really hard doing like
Crazy.
it's stupid because again, all in and all out used to be two completely separate pay-per-views and two
Yeah,
completely different
absolutely.
times. They were the two pay-per-views that AEW used to have. They were so like if you're comparing all in and all out, it's literally their WrestleMania and SummerSlam. That's it.
Yeah,
So you literally put WrestleMania and SummerSlam back to back.
back to back.
Like,
Yeah.
in this
Doesn't make
should be,
sense.
we got
Exactly.
another match. There's like MJF against Will Ospreay for the American Championship, which is stupid. They're gonna change it. That should never be his name. And then the following one, which is an All Out, Pac will versus the winner of these two, which we know is MJF. Let's just spoil it straight away, because MJF is not dropping the title. You know he's not gonna drop the title. Not anytime soon. You take that title away from MJF. Forget about like people from AEW, like the fans. At the moment, he's the guy bringing you everything. You keep the title with him. Simple as that. So why would you take it away from him? So you're spoiling already what's happening. Yeah, fair enough with the first one, which even more stupid. Even more stupid. This third match, the one we just talking about between Chris Chandler and Headaway with Wheeler and Ishii is a kickoff match with a stipulation for the match at All Out. Why? Like,
Yeah.
why? Make it a main card. This is an important match. We're talking about what's going to happen and All Out. It's really important. What the fuck is the kickoff? Like, even just the order stuff, man, it just... What the fuck is that? Just make it one extra match. Make it 11 matches. What you doing this for?
Well, they're notoriously known for like having too many matches on a pay-per-view anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You look at
This one's got a decent amount, but it's not as many as there has been historical wise. So it's okay. This one's doing okay.
how's the
you look at
sellout?
WWE pay-per-views, they've got between 5 and 7 matches.
Oh, but they dropped it like lately. Remember, it used to be fucking a lot of matches. Like this is something the AEW learned, like WWE learned in the last, I'll dare to say, 2 years. In the last 2 years, they dropped
Yeah,
the
in the last
number
2
of
years.
the number of matches and the size of the ring side. So now you're really close, so that more people can fit in. So that's one thing they just came into it, which AEW is doing, and make it bigger and more matches, but which is fair enough. Let's
keep going with the card.
keep going with the card because
Let's keep going.
I'm already pissed off.
So Tyler's Tommy Storm versus the Glamour Mariah May for the AEW Women's Championship. This one, I think they're setting up for Mariah May. I think Tony Storm is due for a break, so they'll give it to Mariah May. She's going to take up the mantle here. Thoughts on this one?
Same.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, Mariah May,
Mariah May.
man. Take it. And this one is the one that's been having a pretty good, really, really good build.
Really good story.
Really
Yeah,
good
yeah.
build up.
Really good
And
story.
I'll dare to say this is all Tony Storm. No one
Yes,
else.
100%.
definitely.
This is
Definitely.
all Tony Storm. She's been dealing with this storyline. She's been like pulling the strings and everything. Because I don't see anyone else coming up with this idea at all.
Yeah.
So this
Next one is
hats off Tony Storm.
The next one is MJF and Will Ospreay. Look, I'm going probably for completely different. I'm going Will Ospreay for this one.
And can I just say this just proves my point of what I said about 2 minutes ago. Didn't they just have an Iron Man match, a 60-minute match
Yep.
on Rampage?
Mhm. They did.
How many chances?
My pick is MJF.
Same.
Ooh.
No, I'm going MJF. We just talked about it. You can't take the title away from him right now. You gave it to him. He's your golden goose. How much numbers improved since MJF came back? You can't not deny it because it's been the same card day in, day out, week by week. MJF came back in, Britt Baker came back in, and those numbers shoot up. And AW is doing the best they've done in a long time, thanks to those two.
And my question is, which is the obvious question, I think, why is this main event of All In not Swerve Strickland versus MJF?
We don't know.
And let MJF get the strap back.
Oh, yeah, look, because he has the other title, that's why.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
He should be going. He never had his rematch against.
That's like with, if I can use a WWE analogy, that's like if Roman Reigns now comes back and has a reign as US champion. Like, who cares?
He should not like my thoughts. MJ should have no title at the moment.
Yes.
He shouldn't have no title because he should go against Samoa Joe. He didn't go against Samoa Joe because Samoa Joe won the title. Like lost the title. So Strickland next in line. His eyes should be on the title that he lost. That's it.
Yes.
And that's the story you should go with. Either he doesn't get a match now, he doesn't get a match later. You wait fucking a year to get in that rematch, make him work for it. Anyways, that's fine. But his eyes should be on the title. He hasn't even mentioned it. That's how bad it is.
Yeah.
He hasn't even mentioned it. Like it's just like like it's never happened, and that's even worse.
Yeah. Look, I think that they're probably going to push MJF for a title shot potentially. Hence why I think they're going to give the American Championship to Will Ospreay. I think there's going to be a run in here.
Yes.
I think Ricochet.
Yep.
You want to change?
Let me.
You want to change?
You just changed my mind.
Okay. Okay, fair enough. I get the idea. I get. I'm gonna.
And it's in England. It's in England. Come on.
Oh fuck! Now you're changing my mind too. I was gonna say I'm gonna stick with MJF until you say this in England, and I'm like, fuck yes, in England. Yeah, and then you go back against Osprey in the next one. Yeah, fucking makes sense. All right,
Yes.
yeah, but it's AEW at the same time, so
Who
we
knows?
don't know.
Who knows?
We don't know, but yeah, we all go Osprey. Good point. Goddamn.
Next one is going to be a cracker. Jack Perry versus Darby Allin. I'm looking forward to this one because these are two of the four pillars of AEW, the young four pillars. Darby Allin, we know he can go, and Jack Perry's getting more brutal. He learned a lot of brutality when he was in New Japan, so this one's going to be great. It's a coffin match. Love it. I
Jack
reckon
Perry.
Darby Allin.
Jack Perry.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm going Jack Perry.
Yep. You know why?
Jack
Because
Perry with some dirty tricks.
Yeah, he'll win.
he'll win,
he'll
and they
win.
have to give it to him because they're building up to be absolutely destroyer at the moment. And who better to get destroyed by Darby Allin, who doesn't give a fuck and just go all out. If you go against, like, if you can't beat Darby Allin, man, you are a wrecking machine, and that's what they want him to do. So it should go Jack Perry way.
Next one is Mercedes Moné versus Britt Baker. This one is dead in the water before. I think Camille will definitely get involved here. Mercedes Moné will retain. It'll set up Britt Baker versus Camille for further down the track, which will be good for Camille. You know, give someone high profile to kind of kick off with. So my pick is Mercedes Moné to retain.
Yep, same for the same reasons.
Same.
But so Britt Baker's suspension's over, is it?
It was never.
Yeah, it was only there for a week.
I think it was just a storyline. Look, I don't
Okay.
buy it. I don't buy it. To be honest, I don't buy it at all. I think they just tried to make it something about it because, yeah, I don't think it was real at no point. It was just to create this whole, storyline with Britt Baker and shit. I don't think it was ever real. Mercedes Moné, she's heel at the moment. Britt Baker, so yeah, they're not gonna give it to her. So yeah, Moné to return. Yeah, I agree.
The next one is going to be interesting. Orange Cassidy versus to be announced. There's a gauntlet match this week on Dynamite, featuring a whole array of different characters. So whoever wins that gauntlet match will verse Orange Cassidy for a future AEW World Championship match. So I think, yeah, it's a given. Orange Cassidy, the crowd loves that guy. Whoever he fights, unless could be potentially Takeshita, who they say could come back. I don't know, but yeah, we'll see what happens on this one. I think, regardless, Orange Cassidy will win. He's a fan favorite.
Yeah, agreed. And from by all accounts, Takeshita seems unhappy at AEW, so I don't know. They might give it to him to, lift his morale and maybe keep him there. But I think Orange Cassidy, like you said, everybody loves that guy.
Mm.
He's got that X factor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm a big fan of his work.
TBA.
Even
I go for TBA.
the TBA, all right.
Whoever comes from the Golden match, I don't think. Look, the only reason why I don't want Orange Cassidy go for the title is because he's gonna lose it. What's the point? I'd rather someone else going for that chance. I like Orange Cassidy to be in the match. He deserves to be in the main card, 100%. He doesn't need to win it to keep being a fan favorite. Bring a heel, from someone heel to win it, so he can go like he lose, in a good way, and just let that person go against Sir Strickland. Because how many times, like Orange Cassidy had too many chances with the title already. Too many.
Mm-hmm.
He's been going for a title I don't know how many times already. Every time he loses.
Who's in the gauntlet match?
Oh,
Do we know?
who's gonna go on the match?
Let me have a look. Let's have a look.
Do I have a direct I'm looking at the link here, but no, fuck. No, I don't have anything.
Dynamite.
Play some thinking music.
Yeah.
Ding,
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 ding. No, yeah. No, I'd look. The AEW World Championship. Yeah, that's it's just stupid just to make Orange Cassidy go for that title again. Like I said, he's going to that title too many times with too many different people that hold that title, and every single time, he's just as a bypass. Never had a real chance. They never gave him like a real good chance to get that title. And I don't think they ever do it with Orange Cassidy. It'll be, if it happens, it'll be like a Kofi Kingston moment. That's literally what's gonna happen. If the crowd's gonna push so much, it's gonna happen, and he will be able to run with that title for some time. But if it doesn't happen that way, I don't see it happening because unfortunately, he's not. They don't see him in AEW as a face to hold the title.
Okay, I've got it here. It's in Cardiff, Wales. It is shit.
Is shit.
It doesn't say. God
He
damn
doesn't
it.
say.
It doesn't say.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh,
someone
well.
will come up out
Oh,
of
well.
this.
Someone
Okay.
will come up out of this. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
the next
pick
one
that
is
person.
Chris Jericho versus Hook. If Hook loses, he can never challenge for the FTW Championship again as long as Jericho is champion. I say Hook for this one.
Jericho.
Oh, Jericho. I
Yeah.
like that one.
Jericho.
The next one's going to be
so the Hook can definitely leave fucking AEW.
Yeah, true. The next one is a three-way tag match for the AEW World Tag Team Champions. This is the Young Bucks versus FTR versus the Acclaimed. I don't think anyone's taking the title of the Young Bucks, so I think the Young Bucks are going to win this one.
The Acclaim.
Oh, I was going to pick the Acclaim, but I'm like, I don't know, man.
Used to be controversial, FTR.
Oh, three-way, okay.
But you know
The
what?
next one's going to
It's
be
funny. It's funny because let's take a pause on this one, because you know why this one is really unpredictable. Because all of these three tag teams have had the title already. They have problems with the Young Bucks, so it's really unpredictable who can win it. Because all of them could take the titles and run really well as a champion. So out of all these fucking matches, and this one has a bit of history behind it, so they've been building up this, even though the Young Bucks been going on and off. But I think that's why this one is so unpredictable, because it could be either way. We could be Young Bucks winning it, FTR could win it, the Acclaim could win it. All of them got a good chance to either retain or win the titles. So I think that's why I'll pick FTR, and that's why I think we all pick one.
Nice. Good, good. This one's going to be interesting. This one could be another surprise entrant. So the Patriarchy, which is Christian Cage, Killswitch, which is Luchasaurus, and Nick Wayne versus the Bang Bang Gang, Juice Robinson, Austin Gunn, and Colton Gunn versus the House of Black, Malachi Black, Brody King, and Buddy Matthews versus a wild card. Now, potentially, the Hurt Business could appear. It would be crazy if they did. It's a ladder match as well. So just think of the possibilities. And I think for this one, it's going to be the House of Black.
Oh,
They're just too good. They're just too good.
I'm going for the house as well. This
yeah,
house
let's
has
make
to
it a
win.
trifecta. I would like them to win.
They have to bring the titles back,
Nice.
man. I think
Yeah,
that
definitely.
it's out of everything they have to bring the titles. They're the ones that look the best out of all of them.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but that wild card
And the
will be
last
awesome.
match, of course. Yeah, the wild card's going to be good.
Yeah.
And the last match is Swerve Strickland versus Brian Danielson. I think I've said it before. I think Brian Danielson will win, and he'll have a little short run before his retirement at the end of the year. What are you guys' thoughts on that one?
Swerve Strickland. Dennis is retiring.
Yeah, I think I'm picking Swerve. You know what they say in the wrestling business, like if you're gonna go out, the best way to go out is to lift a younger guy and look at the lights. You know what I mean? Like
That's it.
get pinned 1, 2, 3. So I think that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I think I
Wow.
said it. I said it last week. I said it if, and we know how much Danielson loves this business. Nick is gonna be there. His family is gonna be, so everyone's gonna be there for this. So this sounds a lot more like a retirement. Otherwise, I don't think they will be there if he wins the title. You know what I mean? Doesn't sound right. Why they're gonna be there if it's gonna be the title? It's another title. I think he's gonna lose. Look, going in the main card, going in a big way, and just let Swerve Strickland be on top, and you go as a great one, just retire right there. What a better way to retire in front of hopefully full crowd stadium. So yeah, definitely. If we know how Daniel Bryan, or Daniel Bryan, however you want to call him, loves the business, he will follow like the old timers and let someone else up high in his last match.
There's two things I just want to talk generally about All In and AEW. Firstly, I really hope they have a more professional looking entrance for the wrestlers this year, because last year just looked really amateur, really bad. And secondly, I question, and I know it's the last one in Wembley, I question why have it in the same place. Are you trying to catch lightning in a bottle twice? That's impossible. I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously they're going to sell tickets because the English crowd love wrestling, but have it somewhere else, mate. I know it's going to Texas next year, and it's obviously too late for this year, but yeah, as long as they get the entrance right, because they just look so bad. They just looked amateurish.
Yeah, well, definitely agree.
Yeah, and what about your thoughts, Mars, on AEW coming to Australia? I know they've been hunting out and they're looking out for a PLE location. They're saying it's between Sydney and Brisbane. What are your thoughts there?
Oh, mate, mate, I'll go. I'd love to. Hopefully, it's in Sydney. But obviously, I'll go. But I mean, I don't have the exposure big enough. Like you wouldn't want to do. You wouldn't
It's
do
a
it.
risk,
You wouldn't do
right?
a stadium show. You wouldn't do. It's a massive risk. It's coming a long way, way. There is a lot of wrestling fans here and a lot of knowledgeable wrestling fans, but you'd have it in an arena and maybe like 15,000 max or 16,000 max, somewhere like Kudos Bank Arena or something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely it has to be
Like
an
you wouldn't do
indoor
it at a
stuff.
stadium.
No.
way.
No, they can't.
No one's gonna
way.
travel for AEW
No
here to
way.
Australia, man. We live too far. Yeah, definitely has to be there. Like ICC, something inside there.
ICC, yeah, it could be
The
the
ICC,
It's a good one,
ICC is
actually,
big
yeah,
enough. You got good location at ICC. Here in Brisbane, we got the Brisbane Convention Center as well,
Yeah.
which is next to water, next to the 7-Eleven, fucking massive wheel.
Yeah.
You
Well,
could
there's
do it there.
venues. There's venues.
There's venues to do like big PLE, but not that massive. So yeah, hopefully they stay there, man. Hopefully they do something not too big. Don't shoot too much for the stars. Just do something that you can make it look big on TV.
Yeah. definitely.
Definitely.
So yeah, that's coming next year, boys. So yeah, I'll be
Let's get
looking forward to
ready.
hearing about that. That's for sure.
No, 100%.
But that's it for AEW.
Far right. And that's the card, man. We got the card for AEW. And what's called, because yeah, our time is right now kind of
We
stuff.
might as well talk about. We've got a bit of time, don't we?
Yeah,
Or
yeah, we got a bit of
talk
time.
about. We might as well talk about Zack Sabre Jr. winning the G1. If you guys want to talk about that.
Yeah, man, far out.
Oh man.
The second, only second. What do you mean? You're shaking your head.
No, he was great. Like
Oh
Zack
fuck! I
Sabre
thought you were saying
Jr.,
no.
like,
Did I forget something?
no.
I was gonna say
No,
he's the
no.
second non-Japanese to win this. The only other person who's done before is Kenny Omega. No one else. So that is massive. The fact that they gave him this, and he's already challenging for the IWGP title now in September. So he's just going straight away for his ticket to get this title. So man, he's been amazing. We're saying every time when he's been in AW, we talked about him. He's just a massive wrestler. He's been in Mexico. He's huge there. Now in Japan, the matches he had in AW, man, they're like crazy.
Yeah.
Great Japanese. Like his style is really close. Like if you look, he's like a young Kenny Omega. That's how good the guy is. So and it is good that he decided to step away from AEW. I think that was a really good decision. New Japan, see how much fight he can get, and I'll dare to say he will make the jump to WWE at some point soon.
I hope so, man.
Yeah, depends if he gets the strap in IWGP. If he gets the strap, he would run it for like a year or something, and then he'll make the jump to WWE. Because WWE will be pretty stupid if you don't get him. Man, that's the miss on the Kenny Omega. Don't miss on the second Kenny Omega, man. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah,
Kenny
yeah.
Omega. This guy is just, he has the presence, he has the looks, he has the height. Man, the guy is huge. He has the body. He has personality. He's a total package, man. Bring him. Put him in NXT. Bring it to the main roster. He will make it big, man. He'll make it really big.
And
but
look-
I'm really happy for him to win it.
Mars, this G1 ran from the July 20th until August 18th. So it was a 2-block round robin tournament. So it lasts for a month.
Yeah.
And we had like a stack of wrestlers from all different places. We had El Fantasmo come in. We had Konosuke Takeshita, a whole heap of guys from the new Bullet Club War Dogs faction that's there. So Jake Lee and David Finlay. It's crazy. So yeah, happy for Zack Sabre Jr., man. That guy can
Yeah,
really
good
go.
on him. Yeah, I know he's wrestled a bit in Australia as well.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
recently as a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And just on the international thing, we might as well talk about a little bit about Triple Mania, and the appearance of JBL. I mean, that was a surprise. No one guessed that. That was huge. That was pretty big.
Not in a million years, I would guess the Nemeth to jump in with JBL. What the fuck was that? How do you pull that off? Because isn't JBL still with WWE?
And he might have a Legends contract.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think
I'm
it's
not
Legends.
sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I think when you're Legends, you can do other appearances and things
Yeah.
like that.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
they're not as strict. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But
But
that
it's
was
interesting in that same pay-per-view that Jinder Mahal
Jinder
and
Mahal.
Satnam Singh,
Mm.
won the AAA World Tag Team Championship. So that's interesting there as well.
I gotta say something with that though. I'm worried about AAA at the moment. I'm not liking the path that they're taking. To
Oh,
giving
me either, man.
the path they're giving all these straps to non-Mexican wrestlers, man. I'm not liking it, and it's too often. Fair enough, every now and then, but it's too often. Hijo El Vikingo, he's still recovering. Fair enough, he dropped the strap for a long time, but any new wrestler that comes in, Nemeth should not have the title. I'd say he should not be the champion. I don't know why they're giving it to him.
Isn't he the current TNA champion as well?
Yep.
He
He's
is.
the
Yeah.
one of the two TNA champions. So imagine, and that's the other weird part because how you can be winning a AAA, TNA, and TNA has trade connections with WWE. What's the deal there? That's something because if we go by the logic, AW will have something to say there.
Yeah.
Because why you letting this guy TNA is working with WWE? He should not be able to win the title. Why is he winning the title? Is AAA pulling away from AEW? We've seen this break coming for a while though now. AEW is being kind of pulling away from the AEW for some time. That's why the CMLL connection has been getting bigger between AEW and CMLL. Is AAA probably looking into getting to the connection with WWE, which would be absolutely massive? What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, look, it's really tough, man. I always saw that the AAA relationship with AEW was strong, especially with Kenny Omega. Remember that time when he held 5 belts? That was like unheard of. One of them was the AAA,
The Lucha Bros
and
as well.
Kenny would, yeah, Lucha Bros as well. They would like double tag team champions at one stage, and like they were like sending people all the time. But I don't know what the hell happened between AAA and AEW. But since I think last year, it's kind of dropped, right? The participation has dropped. There are still some wrestlers that come to from AAA because they've got a contract with AEW and they can go backwards and forward. But now it's all CMLL. CMLL is like in AEW's back pocket, man. And yeah, it's going to be really hard. CML and AAA, they don't see eye to eye. So
No,
yeah,
no, yeah.
What are your thoughts, Marcel, with this? Do you think a AAA it is looking into working with WWE, which will be massive for WWE because you will finally crack that Mexican, not that
Yeah.
it hasn't cracked it, but
Look,
kind of full on finally get the food, the both food thing there.
if that's what the plan is, I think that's very smart by Triple A, Triple A to work with Triple H.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, I think it's very smart. I think it's great for like both parties. And yeah, but I'm just and I look, one thing I'm sure of is that WWE will not disrespect, if I can use that terminology, the Mexican wrestlers like AEW does in terms of like making them mid carders and things like that. I think we've spoken about it before. Um, I'm not saying they're going to be top guys, but they might have their own thing going. Like, especially if Lucha Brothers come to or Lucha Bros come to WWE, I think that's going to lift. Like that, there's gonna. I'm not saying they're going to have a cruiserweight division because that's not going to happen, but
No.
it's going to be similar to what WCW had with those cruiserweight divisions. I think there's definitely room to explore that side of things, and there's as we always say, WWE wants to break into that Mexican market, and the more of their wrestlers that they have, the more that the fans can relate to, the easier it'll be to break into that market. Not that they haven't already, because they had 2 super shows there recently, but I think they want to have a bigger impact. No pun intended.
Yeah.
look, and it's interesting with that as well, Mars, because this week as well, Matt Riddle defeated Laredo Kid and Commander to win the AAA World Cruiserweight Champion, and I think they gave that title to Matt Riddle because he's not affiliated with anything, but
Well,
Commander
that's an
is
interesting choice.
affiliated with AEW. So he's Commander's affiliated with AEW, and I think I sent you guys an image a few weeks ago where Commander was with the belt. It said, yeah, AEW Cruiserweight Champion, and he was in AEW. We were like, what the hell? What's going on? And yeah, so he dropped the belt. So yeah, Matt Riddle. So I think yeah, AAA is like definitely severing ties. That's for sure.
Yeah, fair enough. So yeah, look, great wrap up of what happened, what's happening in All In, which is coming up this weekend. What's happening with this whole world wrestling in Mexico, New Japan, and all that stuff. So we're gonna for a break. When we come back, we're gonna go with WWE.